Hello everybody, Texer here, and welcome back to Civilization 5. Now, I know I do a lot of Civ 5 here, and I keep wanting to go and record something else, some other game, but really, it's very different from just playing a game and actually sitting down and recording it. There's a little bit more stress involved. There's recording and a bit more pressure. So Civ 5 is usually my go-to game because naturally it's a fairly low-pressure game. You know, you go at your own pace and have your own fun. It's also a very easy game to get into and a very easy game to keep doing. I mean, I've had 8-hour recording sessions on this thing and never really noticed until I realized I had a lot of video to edit. Now, that said, let me explain my setup here. So, usually the way I determine what leader I want to go with is I pick something I haven't done before. This is made extremely easy because of the fact that there's so many achievements. There's an achievement for each leader, I think. So, today our lucky winner is Catherine of Russia. Now, her ability gives us extra production from horses, iron, and uranium, and gives double quantity from strategic resources. Now, I'm not exactly sure what her unique unit and her unique building are, but I'll find that out when we go. Could possibly go wrong. I think it gives me that graphic a little bit later. I am going to be doing it on a fractal map, because I haven't really done fractal maps, and I'm not sure how they generate. So this should be pretty interesting. Small map size, because too much larger just gets ridiculous. I mean, I've done a huge map, and it was nonsensical. Small maps are pretty fun for me. I'm playing on Emperor, mostly because there is an achievement I get if I research horseback riding before any other civilization as Catherine. I would like to get that achievement, however, doing so puts me at a disadvantage because it means I have to delay a number of other important technologies. You know, I get pottery less, which pushes back education, which pushes back calendar, and a lot of problems come from that. It gives me a slower start. So I'm knocking the difficulty down to Emperor. I think I was playing on Immortal last time, and I barely pulled it off. So I'm hoping it was Immortal last time, because Emperor I think I can manage. So let's go ahead and give this a go, and see where we end up.
Greetings upon thee, your Imperial Majesty Catherine, wondrous Empress of all the Russias. At your command lies the largest country in the world. Mighty Russia stretches from the Pacific Ocean in the east, the Baltic Sea in the west. Despite wars, droughts, and every manner of disaster, the heroic Russian people survive and prosper. Their artists and scientists among the best in the world. The empire today remains one of the strongest ever seen in human history. A true superpower, with the greatest destructive force ever devised at her command. Catherine, your people look to you to bring forth glorious days for Russia and her people, to revitalize the land and recapture the wonder of the Enlightenment. Will you lead your people once more into greatness? Can you build a civilization that will stand the test of time?
Alright. Now, I think this page actually shows me... Yeah, it'll show me everything that he's due. So the Cossacks are... 34 strength. I don't remember what they replace. But they do get extra damage against damaged units. Okay. And this looks like a... This looks like a replacement barracks. And... Oh, it also reduces the cost of acquiring things. Okay, well that's pretty good. Acquiring new tiles. This is not a terrible spot. It starts on the coast, which is always good. It starts with a river, which is always great. I see I've got gems over here. I've got deer nearby. 2 wheat and a stone and wine. This is a fantastic city location. So I'm going to go ahead and settle Moscow. Now, I'm not happy about this much tundra, But you take what you can get. Oh, there'll be fish just out of range. Furs as well, so I might want to consider putting a putting something around here. Meanwhile, let's start with a scout. And where's my research? Okay, now I do want to get, what was it, horseback riding before anything else? So what I'll probably do, I could just beeline for it and make sure I get it first. But what I think I'll end up doing is going straight into calendar, work into writing, and then beeline horseback riding. Because if it's this far back, there's a lot of other things that the AI will have to fill up first. And I really do want to get Stonehenge. This is a fantastic wonder. Great Library is nice, but it's not overly critical. I mean, it's a free tech, and it's a free library, and it's great. But, let's be realistic here. Okay, so we've got more wine, which would be good for trading. This might not be too bad for a city. I might be able to settle one. How's down here look? Oh! City-state. Well, that's damn inconvenient. That actually blocks me from setting, where's my grid? That actually blocks me from settling a city around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'd have to go. I don't think I can get both the furs and the wine now. We'll have to see how this plays out. We've got a scout now. I'm just going to auto-explore and see what we can see. Start on a worker. I want to get that shrine up as quickly as possible because religion is fantastic. And there's some ruins. Alright, we'll send the warrior off to the ruins, and let's change this to get a shrine going, actually. Because there's not a huge amount of things that we can do with our worker. We can farm, but that's about it. But it's nice to have dumped those hammers in there. Because at least then... Come on. Hey, we got +1 population. That's fantastic. So how are we working tiles? At least now we'll be able to take our... Yeah, that's not going to make a difference. We'll be able to take our worker and build it sooner later. If that makes any sense at all, which it probably doesn't. But we'll have hammers sunk into it. So once we're ready for our worker, we can just make it happen. Let's take out this encampment. Ivory and silver. Those would be good. I may have to settle a city down here. But, I mean, this might not be a terrible spot. This might not be a terrible spot. I mean, it'll potentially be able to work the sheep, but that's a lot of desert. I'll have to keep going down and see what I can find. Did I finish that, shrine? Yeah, I did. Huh. Okay, and wow, we've got more barbarians over here. Oh, why you gotta do that to the scout? That is actually not good.
So to
I am on a hill now. So what I could do is try fortifying? I mean, he took a lot of damn damage there. And I can't really get very far. I'm going to move over here. And hopefully I'll only get attacked by one of them. There's another brute there. How about fortify? These barbarians are super aggressive. Oh, damn it. Wow, there are a lot of barbarians spawning. Okay, well, let's fortify there and work that. Okay, so I want to get started on Stonehenge. Granary will be important very soon. Tradition is always nice. I mean, you don't even have to go very far into it. But, Liberty is also pretty good, too. But I think the really big one here is legalism. So if I unlock tradition, that'll give me 3 extra culture, which helps early game. Legalism gives you free buildings. So you basically get 4 monuments for free. And all of that works out really, really well. I've got a really tiny army, too. But I think I'll manage. I mean, I'm only completely surrounded by barbarians. I may have to do something about that. Yeah. I mean, they're all hurting, and I'm healing, and they're not. But just sheer numbers, I think they're gonna take me down pretty soon. I think that might be the kill. Oh no! Barely managed to survive. Now, I could get drill 2, but I'm almost dead here. So I'm going to have to take the insta-heal and possibly clear out the encampment. That would be nice. If I could finish off the encampment, which doesn't look like it's going to happen. Okay, Pantheon. There's a lot of desert here, so desert folklore is something. That said, religious settlements for faster border growth is nice. And I will have a similar bonus coming from my unique building. Extra food from camps. I don't have a lot there. Increase in a city's ranged combat strength. Now that's interesting. That's one I haven't done before. Faster growth, always nice. Faith healers. Now there's something interesting. I mean, it does let me play very defensively, and it's useful all around. And none of these other ones are that great. I mean, fertility rights is pretty good, though. So I'm kind of tossed up between faith healers and fertility rights. Faith healers didn't really work out for me when I played as Attila. Part of that was actually because I never got a proper religion. I was just stuck with a pantheon. But I think fertility rights is actually going to be better. Because having a larger city, higher population, very quickly translates into having more of everything else. You can work more tiles, you can get more hammers, you can get more gold. All of that happens. He's gonna kill my dude. Dang it. Well, there went. there went my entire military. So, as much as I need Stonehenge, I'm also going to really need some kind of military. So I may have to push it back 4 turns to pump out a warrior. And I don't think the AI really prioritizes Stonehenge that much. And yeah, you go ahead and sit in the city for now. Adopt policy. Let's get a free culture building. It's only 1 culture now, but it's something. There we go. So now we got our shrines for free, or our monuments for free, rather. And that's going to give us a lot better growth. It's going to, or border expansion, rather. And you can just sit there. It's going to give us faster border expansion. It's going to give us more culture for policies. It's going to be all around pretty nice. And you can just die. Okay, so go ahead and hook up that wheat. And we'll send our worker. Or rather, we'll send our... Oh, actually, why don't you go and hook that up? And you come down and take care of that encampment. This is not a great start because I lost too many units early on to freaking barbarians and haven't even explored all that much. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on with these barbarians. Looks like Kabul is going to be able to take care of it. Each barbarian I kill will give me something. I could just wait on this until Kabul gives me a quest about it, but I don't want to deal with them. Yeah. So I don't want to deal with the barbarians either. We'll just take them out and keep going. Okay, monarchy is pretty good, but not really this stage. Landed elite. That would be good for getting an early growth burst in the capital. I kind of want to get piety as well, because maxing out the piety tree does give some pretty good stuff. And I do like playing the religious game. I really do. So hopefully I can finish off Stonehenge, which gives me a tremendous boost in faith, which lets me very easily create a great profit before anyone else. Okay, got horses set up. Let's hook up the wheat. And yeah, I'm gonna be attacked here. They did take a lot of damn damage, though. Can I just smack them back? Okay. That farm. Moscow, I would like Moscow to be quite huge. Yay, Stonehenge. Okay, so give me a rough terrain bonus because you are going to be attacking this brute. Excuse me. So this would not be a terrible city site down here, actually. I can see I've got fish, I've got ivory, I've got wheat, I've got silver. A lot of these desert hills are quite nice. It's actually kind of tempting to settle a city here on one of these hills. Get the extra production right away. I can still work all of these. And if I do that, I can potentially build Petra in that city, which will make it a fantastic city site. That said, I probably do need to get another scout going, or at least some warriors or archers. But Temple of Artemis, too. That is... I mean, I've delayed Great Library quite a ways now. And somebody else is probably building it. But Temple of Artemis for extra growth in all cities. Because I would like Moscow to be quite large. And extra production when building range units is nice icing on the cake. So let's try Temple of Artemis, and we'll see how that turns out.
Wisdom and virtue are like the two.
So let's go ahead and get back into the city so that I can heal my warrior. Then I'll probably... Yeah, see, Great Library's gone. I didn't have a chance at that one. Probably go and see about collecting those ruins once I get my warrior healed. Okay, somebody has entered the classical era. I'm hoping they did not get horseback riding. Trapping, I've almost got now. But, in the meantime, I can hook up that wine. I didn't realize that I had... Oh, that's calendar, isn't it, to get the wine? Okay, well, that's great. We'll go ahead and hook up that wine. And there we go. That'll give us some more gold, too. If we're working that tile. And I'm not sure if we are. Are we working that tile? We are. Fantastic. Okay, now I would like to always make sure I'm working those. And that's too good of a tile not to work. I would actually like faster growth, but... does that shave any turns off? Yeah, let's do it this way. And if I do end up growing, it'll start working that automatically. Because it doesn't cost me any turns. Because it will still be 5 turns to build the temple.
Even brute beasts.
Okay. So... plow through a few of these turns here. And okay, go ahead and hook up those deer. Now, there are a couple things that I really could stand to do here. Piety is a tree that I would like to fully explore, because I do intend to play religion fairly heavily. I could grab aristocracy. Aristocracy was correct now. And that would give me a nice production bonus with all these early wonders that I'm doing. Now, adopting piety lets me build the shrines and temples in half the usual time. But is there any other really important bonus that it gives me? I don't think there is. Aside from once I get my buildings, maybe I can get Mandate of Heaven sooner. I think I'm actually going to go for aristocracy right now. And after that, start going down the piety route. Because having a nice production bonus for my my wonders is really going to be helpful. Okay, let's get our warrior generally over that way. Now, it does look like I'm in a fairly isolated area. I haven't even met any other major civilizations yet. So, that's pretty good. That's going to make it fairly difficult for another civ to attack me. Let's pump out a scout or two. Let's actually pump out two scouts and a warrior. And then throw our watermill, our library, our circus out. Or granary out. So this way, actually, instead of the warrior, let me get 2 scouts and a chariot archer? Chariot archer. So we'll do that. I do need to make sure I get the science, and this is already a fairly large city for this early in the game. which is fantastic for me. And I haven't even actually met these guys yet, which is kind of silly. They'll reward me for killing that barbarian encampment. Well, maybe I should do that. Well, yeah, I'll send the warrior. I'll send one warrior over there and have him backed up with that scout. And this scout can go and grab those ruins and meet the city-state and all of that. So you go ahead and head down here and we'll see what we can find. You make your way to the goody hut. And next turn. Alright. Well, this has been an interesting start, and I'm about to research horseback riding. But I don't think I got that achievement. Shoot. Ah, well, there's always another game. Well, since we just learned that I managed to not get the achievement, and I've just entered the classical era, and I realized I'm 26 minutes into this video, I think this is going to be a good place to cut this video. So I will see you next time, folks. Bye-bye, everyone.